and welcome to IPCS Digital. Let's begin with our SEO tutorial session. Today, in our SEO tutorial session, we are going to talk about the keyword finding tools. In the last tutorial sessions, we have actually learned about the types of SEO, the types of keyword that we use, and how to use those keywords. Today, we are going to learn about the keyword tools that we are using to find these keywords which we need to use within our websites. So let's begin with the tools. These tools actually help us in finding the keywords which we need to have to optimize our website or maybe our blog for search engine optimization. The tools that we make use of are being listed below. The tools are Google Keyword Planner, Mosebar, SEMrush, Ubersuggest, and KeywordTool.io. We do have a lot of other keyword tools also, but mainly we are making use of all these tools. Let's begin with the explanation of each and every keyword tools. Let's begin with Google Keyword Planner. Google Keyword Planner is a keyword planner given by the Google Ads platform. Google Ads platform provides keyword planner for the process of finding keywords to advertise within Google search platform as well as the different types of video platform that we have within Google. Google Keyword Planner is actually a non-paid tool that can actually be used by for any number of searches of keywords. The Google Keyword Planner just requires a sign up by our Gmail ID into Google Ads, wherein we can find the keywords based upon the location as well as the searches that we need. The second type of tool is actually Ubersuggest. Ubersuggest is a paid tool, but still it's also available in free version. Ubersuggest was designed by the digital marketer Neil Patel so as to make it easy for the users to find keywords. Because in Google Ads, when we search for a particular keywords, if we are not running advertisements within it, we'll be getting the keywords in a range format. But in Ubersuggest, we'll be getting within an exact number of search volume. The next thing is actually our KeywordTool.io. KeywordTool.io is again a pro keyword platform, which actually gives us keywords for different types of web platforms, such as it gives data for Bing, Yahoo, Google. Then it also gives data for Instagram and other social media platforms too. Then we have Mosebar as well as SEMrush. Mosebar and SEMrush are also paid platforms, even though they are having paid versions. In their paid versions, they have limitations wherein we can search only a limited number of keywords within a day. Only after the completion of 24 hours, we will be able to check for the other keywords. Mosebar as well as SEMrush can also be used as competitor analysis tools, wherein we can enter the competitor URL and find their keywords for which they are being ranked in the SERP. So as to find our synonym keywords, the other keyword tools that we talked about just now gives us the keywords for the terms that we search as well as for the related keyword phrases. But we do have specially designed keyword planner for finding the synonym terms of our listed keyword. The keyword planner which gives the synonym terms are actually LSI graph, that is Latent Semantic Indexing Graph. LSI graphs gives the suggestions for the keyword that we are entering. It doesn't give the search volume or maybe the data for the keyword that we enter. It produces the related search terms for the keyword that we enter within LSI graph. So the above discussed keyword tools or keyword research tools were some of the tools that we can use so as to find the keywords for our website for optimizing our content within Google or maybe any other search engine. The above listed keywords are not only used for Google search engine, it can also be used for Bing as well as Yahoo. But Google Keyword Planner was one such tool which is merely dedicated or maybe which is purely used by Google search engine. Since we have found the keyword tools that can be used for our website, now let's see what needs to be checked while we are finding the keywords for our content that has to be updated within the search engine. Some of the main factors that has to be kept in mind while finding the keywords are, let's begin with some of the terms or maybe some of the sections that we need to keep in mind. Those are search volume, then we have its competition, then we have to find the keyword relevance as well as we need to check for the long tail keywords. Now, the search volume is actually the number of times the particular keyword was input or maybe the particular keyword was searched within the search engine for a particular month. It doesn't actually give an accurate data, but still it's actually taken as a term or maybe taken as a number by which they are taking an average number of times that particular keyword has been seen. So make sure that whenever you are finding your keyword, and that too in Google Keyword Planner, in different planners or maybe in different tools, the search volume actually differs. But if you're using Google Keyword Planner, in Google Keyword Planner, you'll be seeing it as a range. Please make sure that you are never taking a keyword which is having a range from 0 to 10. Make sure that you are always taking a keyword which is above 10 to 100 or maybe within the range of 100 to 1k. Because if your search volume is low, the chances of your website or maybe your content to be listed in the first page or maybe in the second page is very much less. The second thing you have to look out for is competition of that particular keyword. Competition actually defines how difficult is that particular keyword to be listed within the SERP, or maybe how difficult is your content to be listed for that particular keyword in the search engine. If the competition is very much high for your keyword, the chances of your content to be listed is very low. Okay, as well as if your competition is either medium or low, the chances get more increased and your content will be listed within the search engine. So the connection between search volume as well as competition is that if you're finding a keyword, make sure your search volume is high as well as your competition is low or medium. If your search volume is low and your competition is high, the chances of not listing your website is also higher. The next one is actually the relevance of the keyword. The relevance of the keyword actually defines that you need to actually select only those keywords which actually define your content that has to be put up. You need to actually find keywords, or maybe you need to actually take the keywords which actually defines within your location. In Google Keyword Planner as well as all the other keyword planners that we discussed, there is an option for to take the location, or maybe there is an option to select the location that we need to target our keywords for. So make sure that you are also taking the keywords which is having location targeting or maybe geo targeting keywords. The last thing you have to keep in mind is that you are always taking long tail keywords. We are actually avoiding short tail keywords because for short tail keywords the relevancy is much low and the chances of showing more broad result is higher. And if your content is more relevant to a particular location and more relevant to a specific content, the chances of your content to be listed is very much less for a short tail keyword. That's the reason why we are always saying so as to keep a long tail keyword as your main keyword. You can always take the synonym keywords as short tail keyword, it doesn't affect, but make sure that you are always taking a long tail keyword as your main keyword. So now let's see an example of both long tail keywords as well as short tail keywords. Within the Google Keyword Planner, we can actually search for both the terms. That is, we can find both short tail keywords as well as long tail keywords. What we need to do is, we need to just open up the Google Keyword Planner and enter our keyword into the Find Your Keyword section. And you can also adjust your location as well as you can also adjust the month-wise data that you need to get. These were some of the examples for our keyword planning tools as well as how to find the keywords within Google Keyword Planner. We'll be coming back with another session of the SEO tutorial. We'll be looking out for on-page SEO section, how to optimize our keywords for the content, and other on-page sections in the next tutorial. Thank you guys. Keep watching and keep supporting our content.